If someone were to say that the best things you could buy in Jailbreak were vehicles, they wouldn't be wrong. However, there are many other items in the game that can get you out of many more scenarios than a car can. And in today's video, I am going to be counting down 5 of the best ones. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you find my list helpful. Taking this list number 5 spot is the Uzi. Now this weapon, costing you $15,000, can be found at either gun store, and it's just a very versatile weapon. It has 15 bullets in the mag, each bullet does 7 damage, and you'll find yourself using it a lot in fights. And the only reason it's so low on the list is the cost, which isn't bad, but for weapons, it's just there are other items that have lower costs that you'll find yourself using more. Or that's just my playstyle, but I think other weapons just have more use than this. But that doesn't keep it from being an amazing weapon and securing its place on the number 5 spot on this list. Taking the number 4 spot for this list is the upgraded bag. Now this item is it's extremely useful for when you're getting, just like saving up money in general, because as you can see, I'm getting $3,000 more than the default price, or the default amount of money that you get for the jewelry store, which is like huge. Like, that's more than 2 times more, and that's for almost every robbery that this works for, so it can be, like, very useful, especially when buying supercars. And the only reason it's so low on the list is because this actually costs Robux, so you'll be spending real money for this, but if you play Jailbreak a lot, then it's probably worth it. Taking the number 3 spot is something that, if you've watched our previous video, you'll probably be expecting, but it is the level 5 engine. Now this thing, you just really can't go wrong with it. It just makes your cars so much faster, and it makes those scenarios when you do use a car that much easier. It's just, you're really getting your money's worth with this thing. It costs $50,000, and that can be like a fraction of the car's price a lot of the times, and making it just so much better. But sometimes for some cars it'll just make it hard to, it'll make handling pretty difficult, but it's pretty much worth it if you can like outrun anything. But yeah, this is a great option if you're first starting in the game. Taking the number 5 spot for this list is the shotgun. Now, this weapon is just so good. It goes for $1,000, which is, like, incredibly cheap. Like, a cop's paycheck is that much, so you pretty much don't even have to play the game to be able to get it. And this actually used to be free before they, added a price for it. But, this can be used for, battles. It's a very good weapon. It does 30 damage for a full shot, and you can also break glass in the museum to open up that display case, which is very useful for some easy cash. And you'll just I find myself using this a lot more than the Uzi, but that's mostly just my play style. But this can also shoot down helicopters, and it can be very satisfying when you down one that's trying to escape. Yeah, this is just an incredible weapon and an incredible tool that can help you out with many different problems. And finally, taking the number 1 spot is the jetpack. Now, some people may think this is a vehicle, but it's really not. It's much more of a tool than a transportation device, as, like, cars are much more effective, but, like, in situations where you have to get away from cops, or you can pretty much bypass the entire jewelry store obby by using this. It's just has so many uses, and there's literally no reason not to buy it. Like, seriously, like, you can see that I need to refuel right now, but you can see that, like, it's literally free, and it lasts for a pretty long time, so it's just such a good tool. It can be used for transportation, but it's more of a utility than a vehicle. This costs $50,000, which is probably the best $50,000 you'll ever spend in Jailbreak. Not really, but, like, it's really good. That was a mistake. But, yeah, I think that'll probably wrap it up for this list. Yeah, this is a pretty great vehicle. Not a vehicle. As always, I hope you found my list helpful. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.